Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Dreaded D Rose report. I'm probably going to have company here in a second. Hey, Yahoo Sports has an new article up about the Indianapolis Colts kicker, Pat McAfee, who is friends with WWE NXT star Byron Corbin. Well, his real name's Tom Prescott. But anyway, Prescott and McAfee met after Prescott signed with the Colts in 2009. So anyway, McAfee, who wrestled one indie match before getting with the Colts, is looking at a potential career in WWE once his NFL days are over. For an article, Yahoo Sports spoke with Triple H, and at the Performance Center in Orlando, Triple H talked about how he wants talent to have charisma. He says, I'll take someone with charisma and desire over anything else. He said, it's hard to teach someone how to be charismatic. You have to, if you've ever met that person that's got the charisma, you know it. He said that's the biggest factor. He said, I think nobody pays just to see a wrestler. You want to see superstars, and we're still waiting to see them. Now, anyway, Tom Phillips spoke with the Bella twins on WWE app during last night's, Friday Night SmackDown. By the way, I've got a lot of news here, so hang on for a second, because I got Saturday and Sunday, and today. Of course, got today's. I'll try and narrow it down so it won't be so long. But anyway, Nikki Bella blamed her tag team loss at Old School Raw on Brie distracted by Daniel Bryan. Brie insisted that she's not distracted. She was just supporting Bryan as his sides with the Wyatt family. Brie ended up yelling at Nikki and to drop it, and then stormed off. Oh, there's friction amongst the twins. It's got to be on Total Diva, I guess. Hey, Brock Lesnar is being advertised for the following events through WrestleMania 30, so you might want to make a note of this if you're around this area. Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, January 20th. January 26th, of course, Royal Rumble in Pittsburgh, and the 27th, the next day, in Cleveland, Ohio. He'll be there. February 23rd, the Elimination Chamber in Minneapolis, he's going to be at. And the next day on Raw in Green Bay, he'll be there. And April 6th, WrestleMania 30, New Orleans. And on this day in 1993, WWE debuted on the USA Network. Can't believe it was 21 years ago. God. And Saturday was Abdullah the Butcher's birthday, 73 years old. Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett, they've launched a Facebook page for their new podcast, which comes out later. It's already out now. And Hall of Famer Edge made a surprise appearance at Mick Foley's comedy show in Webster, New York last night. Edge said that his second book is going to be coming out soon. Must be at What Happens After Raw. I don't know. And WWE Champion AJ Lee is up for Maxim.com's Cover Girl poll. Fans can vote at the Maxim website if you want to see her posing. You see her posing anyway. Booker T has promised more big news at his Reality of Wrestling TV taping in Houston, and RVD will be appearing. And WWE Network announced that the CES show on Wednesday night dominated the social media more than any other announcement at the annual convention. Which is, the place is just full of everybody from Japan and China and all over the world center in Vegas in that show. And everybody's got a camera hanging around their neck. Anyway, as seen on last night's, Friday Night SmackDown, Big Show issued a challenge to Lesnar for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view that was accepted by Paul Heyman. And so far, here's the updated card. 30-man Royal Rumble match featuring Batista, Del Rio, 28 others. Maybe Jake the Snake, I don't know. And WWE World Heavyweight Champions match is going to be Cena taking on Orton, Big Show taking on Brock Lesnar. All right, Thursday's episode, TNA Impact, featured AJ Styles. His last match for the company. It scored a 1.1 cable rating, up from the previous week, which was like 0.91. And this is the highest Impact rating in nearly 6 months. Now, if AJ's back there anymore, he might be getting paid now per show. Contract still ain't been signed. As noted earlier, this week's Impact averaged about awful close to 1.4 million, up from 1.1 million. And Impact ranked number 41 in overall viewers on cable. After years of wrist pain, former WWE diva Michelle McCool, had surgery earlier today, and she tweeted, "Years of wrist pain, finally had surgery on one this morning. So now Undertaker can take care of her for a while." TNA President Dixie Carter noted on Twitter that she's scouting new talent and to add to her roster. She says, "Out with the old, in with the new. I personally look at every potential new talent to create the genius of the future of TNA." But my fault. Genesis of the future of TNA. What a genius. I could qualify for that. Anyway, this follows AJ's departure from the TNA and Sting's contractual situation coming to a deadline. Also, Kurt Angle recently mentioned his contract with the company expires in August of this year. Thursday's episode of TNA, like I say, was up from last several months, so everybody wanted to see it. I don't know what goes on, whether something goes on a Thursday on another channel and people tune out and they finally tune in over there. But I never see the first and second hour, whether it goes up or down. The TNA, they always do for WWE, but WWE's website has a new poll up asking fans if they think Big E Langston is the future WWE World Heavyweight Champion. With over 7,000 votes, 70% believes Big E will capture the gold one day. Didn't say he was going to win it, he was just going to grab it and maybe take off with it. While Naomi is in Tampa today filming her first music video, partner Cameron noted that her Bye Bye music single will be released soon. It doesn't look like Cameron participated in Naomi's video shoot today. Alright, WWE posted another update on Dolph Ziggler after suffering a concussion at Monday's Superstar taping in, I don't know where they were, I don't say. Anyway, with RYBACK. And Dr. Adam noted that Ziggler saw a neuropsychologist on Thursday and had impact testing performed and a balance testing and things like that. All the tests appeared to be a baseline within normal limits. So that's good. Ziggler's symptoms have improved significantly since Monday, and they're having him, rest up just to get, more resting. And he's going to be doing some light cardio exercises, and if that goes well, doctor says he can go. We'll release him. All right, I got more on RYBACK here in a few. All right, noted that Batista made the comments replying to Alberto's tweets. Mentioned, they've been tweeting back and forth. I'm going to skip on down to this for quite a while, just bitching at each other. Live event NXT taping on the WWE Network, which I mentioned the other day, is going to be February 27th. It's going to be airing in prime time. Believe it or not, it's going head to head with TNA taped episode of Impact Wrestling. So I don't know how that's going to affect things. This is now in next month, February 20th. Also, WWE's will air, where am I at? Unification title match between United States Champion Dean Ambrose and WWE Intercontinental Champion Big E is likely for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view next month. Are they doing away with some titles or something, some belts? Or does it just look good with somebody coming out with two belts? All right, F4W Online reports that they were asked by a WWE source to print the following regards to what should do if you are an indie wrestler who want to get into WWE developmental. This is what they're, you can listen to this too if you think you got charisma. Anyway, the guy told people, tell these indie kids to get the cardio in shape, get strong, workout plan, non-juice, he says, learn less wrestling and more storytelling, utilize YouTube to cut profanity, non-profanity promos, and either stay the heck off of Twitter or don't be dumb on Twitter. He said that's a lot of what NXT looks for. All right, JR said, been asked by WWE to be a part of upcoming Paul Heyman DVD, and he says, I'm anxious to participate. Once details are worked out, we will schedule a time for me to head to WWE headquarters and tell a few dozen Heyman stories. Today would have been the 51st birthday of women's legend Luna Vachon and 45 years old ECW Big Dick Dudley. He was still around. Alright, let me skip on down here because we're getting into... Have I bored you yet? Hello, you still there? Alright. Oh, Nikki Bello, she was working out at Buffalo Bill's training facility in New York. In case you're around that way, drop in. Alright, now here's today's news. Tonight's Raw is going to be taking place at Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island, with Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt taking on the Usos, and more hype for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And tonight's show scheduled to kick off with Randy Orton giving a piece of his mind to the Authority, which shouldn't take very long at all. WWE's focusing points for tonight's show are the following. It says, what will happen with Bryant teams with Bray? The other thing is what the Viper, when he confronts the Authority, what's going to happen? Who will make the next move? Big Show or Brock Lesnar? Will the Shield carry momentum into Raw or make another emphatic statement? Who's driven enough to make a name for himself in the Royal Rumble this year? Which I would think, my answer, of course, I think probably everybody else's would be Batista. Former WWE diva Candice Michelle. They showed a picture of her on the internet, and she don't look too good. She just had nose surgery January 9th to repair a broken nose she suffered from 7 years ago after taking a headbutt from Beth Phoenix. For Beth Phoenix, I would love to have that word spread apart, but I wouldn't want to headbutt together. Former WWE star, believe it or not, Ken Doane is taking bookings for weddings. He's an ordained minister from the Universal Life Church and has been officiating weddings since 2009, which, if you really have a wedding to do, I wouldn't really pick him, because Universal Life Church is just the place you join, and they'll send you a certificate. In fact, I did that, I think, 20 years ago. And it's where you get your, you have to follow these guidelines, and then you're an official church, and then you don't have to pay taxes. You donate your income to the church, which is non-taxable. IRS hates that place. And WWE Hall of Fame tickets go on sale Saturday, January 18th. Save up your money at 11 a.m. through Ticketmaster. Ceremony is going to be taking place April 5th at the New Orleans Arena. Tickets go on sale. WWE is likely, with tickets going on sale, WWE is likely going to be telling its first inductee, which may be tonight. And Diva Cameron was spotted in Los Angeles with rapper Ray J this weekend. The two were actually seen leaving the gym together after a workout. Apparently, they were filming for Total Divas also. WWE website's got a poll asking fans up which WWE Network's original series are the most that you're the most excited about. Is it Monday Night War, WrestleMania Rewind, Legends House, or WWE Countdown? With over 17,000 votes cast, 42% looking forward to Monday Night War. 29 says WrestleMania Rewind. Legends House was 19. Countdown was 10%. Kind of spread kind of evenly in a way. WWE is going to be naming more competitors for a Royal Rumble on tonight's Raw. So far, Batista, Del Rio are the only two confirmed. And a tout video of RYBACK squatting about 405 pounds is in Buffalo this past weekend. Speaking of RYBACK, he's once again cleared out his timeline on his Twitter. There for a while he was thinking somebody, hijacked the thing, but he put some things on there. Now, if you think RYBACK's been released, he hasn't. Well, he mentioned on Twitter the other day, he said, just got released. Well, what had happened, he got pulled over by the cops, something to do with the cops. They were talking to him, and he's talking about he got released from the police, not from WWE. But he does have heat on him. All right, after returning from Saudi Arabia, Kofi Kingston took a few days off before returning to work, and he and Natalya were hosting WrestleMania reading celebration event today at the Harry Kazarian, something like that, elementary school in Providence. All right, what else have I got here? Oh, Mason Ryan turns 32. Former WWE alumni Luke Robinson turns 28. Bruce Hart, 63, and former WWE star Shad Gaspar, 33. Roddy Piper continues to tweet and retweet comments about Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 30. Los Angeles Times had a brief article up about interview rumors of Hogan and Piper working together at the big main event. Lillian Garcia announced on Twitter she's going to be she'll be going to be working tonight's Raw instead of Justin Roberts, which is all right with me. Happy birthday to former, let's see, IWGP Tag and Junior Heavyweight Champion Yujiro Takahashi, 33. Woo. Do you remember WWF jobber Reno Riggins, 49 years old? And this would have been the birthday of four-time ECW Tag Team Champion John Coronas, 45 years old, and NWA regular Bearcat Wright would have been 82. On this day, just to let you know a little history here, USWA Tag Team Champion Lanny Kane, better known as Moondog Cujo or Hillbilly Cousin Jr. He died at, he would have been 48 years old. He began his professional wrestling career in '83, moving on to WWF 2 years later, where he became a member of the Hillbilly family. And Keenan's tenure was short in WWE, after a series of backstage problems rumored to be sparked by Keenan's drug abuse. Anyway, saw him fired. Around 1998, Keen quit wrestling business, only to return nearly a decade later at Lawler's Memphis promotion, resuming his Moondog gimmick. And Keen died of a heart attack at his home in Jamestown, Kentucky. Thanks for clicking, you guys, and putting up with me. I gotta go.